What we doing here? We got Bouncer and Clue going back and forth with each other right now. And it's mental. I'm not sure if Clue has responded today, but sorry. Another tea break. This tea is what I'm doing here right now. But Clue has obviously taken the scene by storm in the last 2 weeks. He's only been about for 2 weeks making videos. And I didn't even realize that Clue has such a long history of music, has collabed with a lot of people. The guy's made a lot of music. And I like how at first, like, because I didn't even know these guys were real life pagans, bro. Like, they're real life ops. Like, I thought, cool, you know? Like, when I heard this, I thought, yo, it's good that you guys are keeping that off the internet. But now it's just like, yo, you got Bouncer saying, yo, I'm in Dubai living with one of my boys who took part in the murder of one of your boys. What Bouncer's saying. You've got Clue saying Bouncer's a snitch. And you guys know that is one of the triggers. Like, once you say that, once you allege that with Bouncer, all you're going to get is straight internet ready. You know what I mean? You better be internet ready if you dare to say that about Bouncer, bro, because Bouncer's been going freaking mad, all right? Look, Clue, you've got 8 hours to say sorry, gay porn. Now, I clicked on this video and I thought, bro, please, tell me it ain't so. Tell me it ain't so, and it ain't so. Right, it ain't so. From what I've heard, it's someone that Clue knows, innit, who sucked their own dick apparently in a video and put a butt plug up their ass. So, oh my God.
Ache, LGBT. Ache.
Oof, we need to take a tea break for that, guys. Sorry. Oh my God. Oh, what are we actually doing here, bruv? Now, this article is from 2013 because I asked myself, like others, who the hell is Clue? You know, we know who Bouncer is. We can look up, we can do the same thing for Bouncer just to keep it fair. Bouncer's not ashamed of his past. Just before, you know, we've got to be fair, you know, because people love to say, oh, you and Bouncer's buddy, bruv. Listen, Bouncer's my guy, fam, but we got to keep it unbiased, you know. Bouncer was jailed. This is one of the times he was jailed for the cash transit thing. He ain't hiding this, but this is Clue right here, right? This is Clue. And a 3.5-year jail sentence has been given to a man who was caught with an imitation firearm in Brentford, of all places. Goddamn. 28 from Putney. Putney, that is like, you know, near Clapham. That's kind of like the, you know, Clapham Junction, man. You know, I didn't even know he had bare songs with them, man. Because as we can see here, Schema and Clue, these guys made a song together. This song came out 7 years ago. Clue has got a lot of music out. He has got a lot of music out. But yeah, where was it? Yeah, around, you know, Isleworth, not even Isleworth, near Brentford. That's not far from like Southwest, kind of is Southwest, not far from Richmond. That's not far from Clapham. Hence, you know, just keep going down the Thames. But Leon Morris appeared at Isleworth Crown Court. I was at Isleworth Crown Court on Tuesday, June 29th, where he admitted possessing a firearm with intent to cause alarm and distress on January 1st of 2013. A count of kidnap was ordered to lie on file by the judge. Detective Inspector Craig Robson of Hounslow CID said this was a terrifying attack on a family who were enjoying a quiet new year at home together. Now, listen, we're not here to judge anyone's past, because when you read the news article, when you read the court files, things sound mad. But I'll tell you this, you probably don't know. If you hear Clue's side of the story, probably doesn't want to talk about this again. If you hear Clue's side of the story, things will come out differently, trust me. Can't just automatically assume, yeah, man's a piece of shit, even though the charge don't look too good, but bruv, trust me, when things can make you sound like a monster, bro. There's things that you could write about me that would make me look like, yo, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? Like some mastermind. You lot saw what the BBC did to me. But here's more that's written. It says, people who come to Hounslow Bar with any kind of firearm need to know that officers will arrest them. The boy can't be named was at his friend's house when Morris and another thug knocked on the door at 6:30 p.m. His dad answered the door, finding him holding a gun. Yeah, that's their side of the story, innit? And now we've got Clue, who's made a response. Look at Clue. Clue has just done the meth, because this is what people need to understand. Like, this is the internet, bruv. Like, I mean, these men are obviously from a different era where they grew up without the internet. But, bro, you guys just need to take advantage of this, bro. You know what I mean? Take advantage of this. And I think that's what Clue's doing, because Clue knew, like, if he comes at Bouncer from that angle, you know Bouncer's going to go full crash out mode And Bouncer really is the UK academics, because that is the way to blow up, fam. That is the way to get attention, bruv. You know what I mean? I even made a tweet about it saying, bro, coming at Bouncer is a great way to get clout, great way to get attention in this day and age, but just be prepared for some mad shit to be said. You know what I mean? Because when it comes to this internet thing, all right, people do not care about the facts, you know? All that's going to be now, Bouncer has planted the seed, yo, one of your friends is gay. I don't know if he's gay. I don't know. That is the seed that has been planted. That is what's going to be in people's minds when you think of Clue. You know what I mean? And then Clue could debunk the whole thing, the people don't really care about that, bro. Same with the Fumes, the engineer situation. Even though Fumes, I don't think I made it clear enough that Fumes, the engineer, is the one who made it personal between him and Bouncer. Because at first, I mean, it is Fumes' business. Maybe it was always personal for him. But from the start, Bouncer's only said, I don't agree with the way you do business. Bouncer, ran with the narrative that he got attacked in Dubai. Fume says that's the best snap I've seen in my life. Fume says that's not, he wasn't directing that at Bouncer. We don't believe that. And, Bouncer then responds saying, yo, well, you want to take it personal? You're happy you thought I got attacked? You got robbed. Da-da-da. So, yeah, but Clue, where was the first video where Clue mentioned me? Because I've been watching him for a while, and one thing I've clocked about Clue is always like, it's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. Where did he mention me? This video came up on my recommended. No, like Tankz. I like how he's coming for the music industry. These conversations do need to be had. But when it comes to the whole, what was it he said? He said, Posty, he's criticizing Posty. He said, you need to allow loads of people to come to these events. If certain people can't come to one, throw two. And that's where I'm like, bro, are you being serious right now, but hey, where was it where he mentioned me? Here we go.
I'm not like Bouncer.
Wait.
I'm not like Tankz. No disrespect, no shade thrown. That's just not what I'm on. That stays in the streets for me. But music related, of course.
I hear him, bro. But I'll say this. I'm not saying this is Clue, by the way. It's just my opinion. It's my opinion. I reckon, from my experience in life, bro, my limited experience, because I'm like half you man's age, yeah? People who say, it's my opinion, just my opinion, kind of use that as a way to shield themselves from their opinion being critiqued. And when you're on the internet giving your opinion, bro, people are naturally going to be able to criticize it and say, well, that's how you grow. It's like, your opinion's this, well, I don't think that's the case because of da-da-da. That doesn't really make sense. It's just my opinion, though. It's just my opinion. You get what I'm saying, guys? But let's do a live reaction to Clue's response, because your paperwork, your problem. What we doing here? Clue is doubling down again, saying paperwork, bro. Bouncer is not going to like this, bro. Not going to like this. Let's hear this. Load up.
Nah, I'm all of the above. Choke, man. All these names that you just speak so freely. Like I'm not even here.
And you know what it is? We need to remember as well. Clue, these men are both playing chess. These men, when you're mixing roads, because when you're on the road, you always got to be playing chess. You know what I mean? But these men are on the internet. So you don't know what the moves are here. You don't know what Bouncer's got cooking up. You know what Clue's got cooking up. You don't know if this was Clue's whole plan. You don't know if you don't know. We don't know.
I'm offended by that. But some things to address that don't sit well with me. I.e., riding voluntary ban up. You say a lot of things that just don't make sense, Miles. I'm kind of disappointed.
Oh, now he's doing... Now these men are calling each other their government names. Oh my God.
Presence that I thought was internet ready.
Hey my people, if you're enjoying the video, please be sure to give it a like. Costs nothing, takes no time, helps me in the algorithm. Thank you very much. W's in the chat, like the video.
It seems to me like you want to be known as the guy that tells us the truth. You don't lie about nothing, do you, Miles? You're so credible, aren't you, Miles? Okay. So I'll just read the above. Bear with me. We turn now to evidence admitted by the judge in the form of an ABE video interview of Miles Harris, aka Bouncer. What do we...
Man, his clipboard ready.
I was half reading this thinking, nah, it can't be, but that is street slang. Well, yeah, I did hammer him like he deserved it. I could just picture how a man said it.
Okay, so pretty much, guys, I need a sip of my tea, bruv. What we doing here? Guys, what we doing here? We're talking about things that happened when I was probably 10 years old, guys. What we doing here? What we doing here? We're trying to forward in this content thing, bro. What we doing here? I rate Bouncer and I rate Clue Whatever the street stuff that happened, I don't really give a shit. It's just entertainment. The internet's taking the street shit, making it entertaining. But lads, come on. Let's have peace, all right? I'm sure you guys can talk behind the scenes and just laugh at it, but that's not going to happen, bro. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to give it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Subscribe to Clue. Subscribe to Clue. Subscribe to Bouncer. All right, subscribe to the both of them. I see Clue getting up on the hype chart as well. People are hyping up his videos. It's not letting me hype it up here. But, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Chung Lee, actually. Chung Lee, what do you think? Chung Lee says, okay, I don't take this personally, guys, but Chung Lee says, like this is mad immature. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace and love to every single one of you guys.